Welcome back to the Two Alphas Talk. Today we're going to talk to you about something that's kind of an overview of what we've been seeing in the news and the media and anywhere you're getting information. And then we got these mass shootings occurring, and it is sensationalized in the media. And we all, we all hurt. We all feel sorrow for all the people who are killed for no damn reason, because some maniac gets a gun and he goes into a place and he shoots it up. But at the same time, where is the outrage every weekend, especially holiday weekends, in places like Chicago, Baltimore, New York City, Washington, D.C., you name it. All those places are democratically run, and they don't say a damn thing when those happen. You look at any Memorial Day, Labor Day, any over 3-day holiday, and there's like 12, 15, 20 people killed, 20 people shot, 15 killed, and we never hear anything about it. But now all of a sudden, we got these outrages because we want gun control. Or, as they say, sensible gun control, common sense gun control. Come on now.
700 people get killed in Chicago in the first quarter, and the Democrats never once yell for gun control. Because you know why? Because they're all minorities and blacks. But as soon as that happens in another area and there's non-minorities, they're outraged. Mm-hmm. And they want to go and try to, let's get rid of guns.
Right. And then the thing about it is, you have all the other Democratic proponents that also get on the bandwagon because they feel safer without guns. You got to be kidding me. Law-abiding people don't do those things. There's like less than 2% of all the guns used in crime are legally obtained.
And they don't talk about the people who defended themselves with firearms, mm-hmm. defended themselves in their homes and their families with ARs,
right.
AKs. Mm-hmm.
We had an incident here in the state of Georgia, I think less than 3 years ago, where the guy used an AR-15 to defend himself, his mother, and I believe his sister against 3 people who came against him with firearms. They came at him with pistols. They weren't just, misguided.
Yeah, it was a battle that lasted, what was it, like 12 minutes?
12,
something like that?
Yeah, it was an elongated exchange of gunfire.
Right.
And he prevailed because he had an AR-15. Had he been fighting equally with them, where he had a pistol and they came with pistols, you don't know how much you can do with that, depending on your training and your skill level.
And you can't say, well, let these clowns go ahead and let's go ahead and let them limit it high-capacity magazines. If they do that, and you say, well, I still own my gun, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because now what you're doing is you're making concessions from shall not be infringed. Now you're making a concession to say, okay, well, you only can have 10 rounds, or you can only have 8 rounds.
Right.
We're going backwards.
They're not going to stop. So they're going to go from 15 to 10, 5, 3. Next thing you know, the magazine's got to be welded into the firearm. You got to load it if you take the breech apart. California's already doing that. Mm-hmm. So what more you want? So you guys sit up there and you're not outraged and you're crying Black Lives Matter, but apparently they don't matter when they're killed in Democratic cities or by the handfuls every weekend.
Mm-hmm. And when you look at this, they're pitting one against the other because of a certain racial demographic does a crime in a certain neighborhood.
Right.
Criminals do crime, period. Doesn't matter where they are. Doesn't matter who their victim is. They're still a criminal. So we're taking that away, and we're going to make it a divisive effort to say only these people can be harmed, and only these people can do harm to these people. So once it separates, and you got this person doing harm to this person, now it's an outrage.
And to pit it against each other by saying the white man and the white supremacist is the boogeyman. Mm-hmm. The white supremacist hasn't been really a big problem at all. Who's a white supremacist right now is the liberals and the communists right now, because what they're doing is sitting up there calling for segregation. Looking at segregation being called for in schools, graduations. And we just had Martin Luther King back in the 60s die for fighting against segregation, but you got so-called liberals and Democrats, which I call them communists, are looking to bring back segregation. And you guys are sitting back on your hands saying, oh, this is cool, mm-hmm. You know?
And just because it feels good doesn't mean it's right.
No, I mean, it's actually a travesty that is happening. And then now you can have the Asian community, the black community, the Indian community, and all types of other communities go against each other, And when you're fighting against each other, what they're doing is now they're getting ready to pass laws to hurt every single one of you. You know,
The individual right to own a firearm in this modern day is to defend and protect yourself. Yes, we understand about tyrannical governments and all that, and that's a secondary thing. As the Constitution is a flowing.
It's not a living document. It's hard. It's stone.
When we look at it, when we get to a certain point, where most people, if you don't have a firearm, that's your choice. How do you defend your family against? You see it all the time on different videos. Guy kicks in the door, and there's 3 of them, and just you. How do you? I don't think most people practice karate or any other martial art.
It doesn't matter if it's karate against 3 or 4 people coming at you.
Especially when they have guns.
Yeah, they got guns. I mean, you're done. I mean, you're toast. Put yourself in an equal playing field. Buy as many guns as you can. If you can get ammunition, get ammunition. Arm yourselves. The more people we have armed in the United States, we had over 8 million last year. If we can double that this year, it'll be harder for them to try to get rid of firearms.
Right.
Because now they're going to be going toward every single person. Also, too, we want to wrap this up, and I want to say, if our videos get kicked off of YouTube, go to Rumble. It's under Saber Team Tactical. Go to Parler. It's under the 2 Alphas Talk. You can still see these videos up on those 2 platforms, okay? Because I wouldn't doubt it'd just be a matter of time before they start flagging these videos and pulling them down off of YouTube.
And what you can do also, just for your own peace of mind, is to go back and take pieces that we said and compare them to what you find as facts. If that's what you believe is facts, we're not straying from that. Yeah,
Right.
we get passionate about what we say, and we direct it directly to the audience, but at the same time, we're telling the truth.
And we'll see you on the range, and hit that like button.